What's up, guys? It's Shauna with Infinity Nutrition and Health Coaching, and I have my trusty sidekick, Oakley. And today we're going to be talking to you about stretching. So, first off, I have a confession. I suck at stretching. And it's something that has always been a bit of a struggle. I lead by example with everything when it comes to health and fitness and wellness, except for this one thing. And I'm 35 years old. I'm a mom. I'm not a spring chicken anymore, and it's definitely catching up with me. I cannot get away with being as active as I am and as busy as I am without getting this crucial component of fitness into my day. So today I'm going to be taking you through 6 stretches that are going to be really good to do, especially with baby in mind, because I've also discovered through hanging out with her and having lots of playtime is that it's actually quite easy to play and stretch at the same time. So you kind of get to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. So I'm going to set Oakley down. She's got a few toys of her own as we go through this demo. Hi, Smiley. Such a happy baby. So the first one we're going to do is child's pose. So you're going to get down onto your knees. Now, what I like to do when I do child's pose is actually spread my knees as wide as I can, so I'm getting an extra good groin and hip stretch. So you can start off by placing your knees like that, sitting back onto your feet, stretching your arms out in front of you, and then just stretching out, getting that neck nice and neutral, and trying to sit your butt back on your feet like this. So that feels really good, and that just stretches out the back, opens up the hips. Hello. You can do it right over top of baby if you're doing that, and then you're just holding. So a few things with stretches. When you do stretches, you do not want to rush the process. In order to get maximum benefits from stretching, so for recovery, for reducing discomfort, for flexibility and mobility, you want to make sure that you're holding each stretch for at least 20 to 30 seconds as a minimum. You can definitely exceed that, but that's kind of your baseline there for the minimum amount you want to be holding. So we're going to just keep holding child's pose and breathing in nice and deep, in through the nose, out through the mouth, and holding. Don't kick me in the face, please. Good. Okay. Next up, downward facing dog. So this one, you're going to place your hands about shoulder width apart onto the mat. You can do this right over top of baby. Then you're going to curl your toes upwards, and you're going to push back like so. And what you want to do is try to really sink those heels into the ground by pushing with your hands, really feeling that stretch in the back of your legs, calves and hamstrings mostly. So this one, I'll just show you the side profile as well so you can get that full visual. So again, so you're pushing back, really forcing that pressure of your hands into the ground, pushing back, trying to get those heels to touch the ground. My flexibility isn't the greatest, so my heels aren't quite getting to the ground. If you want to add on to this stretch as well, you can bend one knee at a time for that extra calf stretch in the opposite leg. Switching. Okay. And then, like any stretch too, making sure your neck is neutral and your spine stays nice and straight. So that's downward facing dog. Okay, next one, hello, is thread the needle. So this one is it's a really good hip opener. My hips are always tight, and these stretches also are really good for if you're a new mom or if you just have tight hips in general, to really open up the hip region. A lot of these do focus on that lower body and kind of that midsection area to help release some of that tension and maybe some of that discomfort. So thread the needle. You're going to lay on your back and you're going to cross one leg onto just across the other leg like so. This right leg, your foot stays planted. And what you're going to be doing in terms of thread the needle is reaching your hands through this leg here, lifting the leg up, and then you're holding. So you're going to feel, so with this stretch, you're going to be feeling this one in the left hip. Okay. And I'm not the greatest at this one. Like I say, you know, this isn't my forte, but that's exactly why I'm doing more of it and incorporating some baby time in with it. But this is a great one for those glutes. Okay. And if you can't quite hold that without feeling like it's uncomfortable, you can actually just keep your foot planted and push down on this knee here. And you'll actually probably feel a good stretch in that exact same region. And then we're going to switch sides. But first let's check on baby and see how she's doing. Are you doing good? Can I have a smile? Yes, she's good. Other side. Okay. So loop those hands through and feel that right in the butt. How you doing? Are you making a fuss over there? All right. And holding. Whew. Awesome for the hips. So that's thread the needle, which is number 3. Number 4 is going to be a quad stretch. Now, when you do a traditional standing quad stretch, this is not what we're going to be doing, but a lot of people do struggle with this because it requires balance. Okay, and that can be a little bit tough, something to work up to, but if you can't quite do a standing quad stretch without feeling like you're going to fall over, this one I really, really like, and it actually allows you to get nice and close to baby as well. So you're going to be doing a quad stretch on your side, okay? So you're going to turn to one side, and you're going to say hello, and then you're going to take your foot, okay, the top of your foot, and then you're just going to pull your foot into your butt, bending that knee, until you feel it in that front part of your thigh there. So that nice quad stretch. Hello. And then you're just going to hold and hold. Hi. It's a good time to make some eye contact with baby. She's talking to me a little bit. Yeah. Woo. Keeps whacking me in the face, but you know, that's okay. It's part of parenthood. All right, other side. Switching. Hi, I'm over here now. And pulling that leg in. This is a great one for the quads. So this is number 4. We have 2 more to go. Hold it for a few more seconds. Oh, okay. And that's that. All right, so number 5 is a hamstring stretch. So there's a few different ways to do this, standing, seated. What I'm going to do is actually open up the hips and do one side at a time. And this works, opens up the back of your leg like so. So what you can do is take both hands and reach to one side. Try to wrap your hands around your toes or your shoes if you're wearing shoes. If you can't quite get there, then, you know, just reaching your fingertips as far forward as you can. And you can say hello to baby when you do this. Hello. Yeah. There we go. As you go through these stretches as well, focusing on your breathing as much as you can. Might be a little bit hard if you have the baby distracting you, but inhaling and on the exhale, if you can sink a little bit deeper into the stretch every time, that would be a good goal to try to aim to do. So big breath in, exhale, and reach a little bit further. Stretching, it can be borderline uncomfortable if you're getting a really deep stretch. It should never be painful though, so just listen to your body. Other side, other side. Here we go. So one of my personal goals, now that I've discovered I can really kill two birds with one stone and spend some time with baby and do a little stretching of my own, this is something I want to get into the habit of doing every single day, because the stretching in that area of fitness is probably the most underrated area because it's so important. Reducing the risk of injury is a big one. And it's not limited to just focusing on stretching as you get older in age, because, you know, without a proper stretching routine, you know, injuries can happen no matter how old or young you are. So it's always good to make sure you're doing and improving your flexibility and the way you can move your body. Having that mobility can really help you improve, you know, day-to-day activities in terms of functional fitness and, you know, sports performance. You know, there's just so many benefits to why it's good. And for me, it's just about discomfort, right? Like being able to go on about my day without feeling like I'm 80. So that's a driving motivation for me. All right, last stretch we're going to be doing is Pigeon Pose. This is another glute and hip opener. So how we're going to do this is carefully, we're going to bring one knee, so a bent knee out in front of us, and then the opposite leg we're going to be stretching back like this, okay? Now, depending on how tight your muscles are, you may feel a stretch in your glutes just from this position, but ideally you want to start bending down, 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 down. I'm right over top of baby now. And then you're holding this stretch like that. So again, it's good for the hips and the glutes. Okay, easy to do with the baby. Yeah. And you guys can have a little chat while you're getting that nice, good stretch. One thing I find with this too is, as you can see, I'm perfectly square, so facing forward. But if I kind of move to the one side, I tend to get a little bit of a deeper stretch that way. So that feels nice and good. And I actually start to stretch out the one side of my low back too, which is a nice added bonus. Right? Okay. Then we're going to do the other side. Other side. So other knee. And then stretch out that back leg. So busy. And then we're going to lower down. Hi. Hello. So talkative. I love you too. All right, I'm going to move over to the other side. Is that fun, Oakley? You having fun? Good. All right. So 6 simple stretches to recap. So we did child's pose was number 1. Number 2 was downward facing dog. Number 3 was thread the needle. Number 4 was that quad stretch on your side. Number 5 was the hamstring stretch. And number 6 was that pigeon pose for those hips and glutes. So something that you can do with baby or without baby if you just need to add in a little bit more stretching to help improve your flexibility and just your range of motion and quality of life, so you can get through the day without feeling like you're in pain or feeling uncomfortable. So hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. If you want more info on what we do at Infinity, just visit winnipeghealthcoaching.com and say bye, Oakley. Bye.